Hey guys, it's me again, and we're making another sweater. I literally just finished knitting the sweater, so this is my previous video. We made this knit sweater, this chunky knit sweater with my extra mohair, and now we're gonna be crocheting a sweater with what? More mohair. So I got these 3 skeins of grayish, silverish mohair from a Crochet Mutual. Her at name is Yarn Theory, and without her, my last project and this current project would not be possible because she literally gave me her extra mohair, because mohair is actually pretty hard to find in Georgia, in Atlanta, for like reasonable prices. So yeah, she gave me these 3 skeins of mohair, well, these 3 hanks of mohair, and I'm going to be pairing them with this skein of Lion Brand Pound of Love from Joann's, and I think these 2 colors are going to look really nice together. But we're going to be doing a crochet sweater with the basket weave stitch. I am probably going to use a size 6mm crochet hook because I don't want this project to take forever. I want it to work up pretty quickly because, you know, your girl loves a cute, easy, and quick project. So I'm really hoping that when I do my swatch, these 6mm stitches look like what they're supposed to look like. But before we even get into swatching, I need to unwind these hanks. Do I have the proper materials to unwind these hanks? No, I don't. I do have a yarn winder, but I don't have a yarn, what is that thing called? Swift. I don't have a Swift. I think it's called a Swift. So I'm gonna use my office chair and kind of wing it and hope that it works. I'm gonna figure out how to turn these hanks into cakes, and then we're gonna start swatching. Sidebar, if you watched my last video where we knit a chunky sweater, in the beginning of that video I wanted it to be a striped sweater with just 2 colors, and because I didn't have enough yarn for that, I ended up making a scrappy sweater with all my mohair, well, all my pink mohair and reds and whatnot. But I ended up buying some yarn so that I can make the sweater that I initially wanted, which was a striped sweater. And now I'm thinking that I'm gonna turn it into a striped cardigan instead of a striped sweater. So that'll probably be the next video, but I got the yarn, guys. I just wanted to show you guys that I got the yarn, and we got some Ingenua. I don't know how to pronounce that. Some Ingenua mohair from Katya Yarns. So that's gonna be the next video. So you guys don't want to miss that, and it's probably most likely gonna be a tutorial. So yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this video is also going to be a tutorial, just like the last video was. So we're going to be making this basket weave cardigan together. It should be pretty easy though, because cardigans are literally 2 rectangles in the front, 1 big rectangle in the back, and then 2 rectangles for the sleeves. So it shouldn't be that hard. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys the yarn that just came in for the next project. Here is my little ghetto setup. I have Jocelyn's Cabaret on it in the background because y'all know I love my trashy reality TV. Then we have my hank here on my 2 tripods, and I'm kind of just like unwinding it around my hand, then putting it on my lap, and then winding it with the yarn winder. And this is taking forever. So it's currently 1 a.m., but it's actually 12 a.m. because the time just went back. I guess it's officially daylight savings now. But as y'all can see by my little clock right here, it's 1:08 technically. It says 12:08 on my phone, but it's 1:08. And I'm making sure y'all know that because I started winding this yarn at 10 p.m. So it took me 3 hours. 3 hours to wind all this yarn. So I have officially wound all the yarn that I need for my project. It's all right next to me. It took a total of like 3 to 4 hours. I don't remember if I told you guys how long it took, but it took a long ass time. Now we're just gonna do a little project planning. For those of you that don't know, I actually have a crochet planner available on my website, and I use those templates to plan my crochet projects. using my iPad. So I actually created one of these like body templates. That isn't available on my website, but I will post it up there so you guys can have it. And I think I'll post a updated version of the crochet planner as well, so that you guys can have the body yaddy yaddy template. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit here for a little while and kind of like draw out what I envision for the cardigan. Okay, so my project is now all drawn up and planned out in a way in which I can understand. I'm not going to show you guys the drawing because it literally makes no sense. But I get it, so that's all that matters, and it's going to keep me on track for when I'm actually making the project. So it's been a while since I've worked on the sweater. I've been working on other things, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm gonna show you guys how far I came. I've only gotten one panel of the sweater done so far, and it's actually pretty cute. Like, I'm loving the way the stitch is looking, so I'm pretty happy with it. And now I'm going to show you guys what I did so we can work on the second panel together. Well, it will be your first panel, but my second panel, you get it. So we're going to be working with one strand of lace weight mohair and one strand of worsted yarn. You can use worsted mohair as well, but this is just what I'm using for this project. So one strand of mohair, one strand of worsted, and a size 7mm crochet hook. So we're going to start off with a slip knot, and for this sweater you want to work in multiples of 8 plus 4. So we're going to start off by chaining 32. So now that we have 32, you're going to do 4 more chains. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now in the 4th stitch from the hook, which is this stitch right here, we're going to do a double crochet. And then we're going to double crochet all the way across. Now that we're at the end of our row, we're going to chain 2, turn your work, and now we're going to do 4 front post double crochets. So a front post double crochet is when your hook goes through the back of the double crochet coming from the front of the work, right? So this is a front double crochet. We usually put our stitches here under this chain, but instead we're going to be putting it here behind the stitch. So you're going to yarn over, push your hook behind the stitch, yarn over again, pull through, and then finish out your double crochet like usual. And you're going to repeat that 4 times. So now that we've done our 4 front post double crochets, we're going to do 4 back post double crochets. So now we're going to be, I guess, pushing this stitch to the back by going behind the work through that gap in front of the stitch and through the next gap, pushing this stitch to the back. So you're going to yarn over, go into the gap from the back of the work, back to front, then front to back, pick up a yarn, pull it through both gaps, then finish out your double crochet like usual. You're going to do 4 of those. So now you're going to finish out your row by repeating 4 front posts, then 4 back post stitches. So now we're going to do 4 front posts. Now 4 back posts. And keep repeating that across the row. Now we're at the end of the row and you should have 1 stitch left. And in that last stitch, you're going to place a double crochet like normal. Now we're going to chain 2 and we're going to repeat exactly what we just did for the previous row for this row. So we're going to start off with 4 front post double crochets, then do 4 back post and keep alternating between front post and back post every 4 stitches for the entire row, and then end the row with a regular double crochet. Now you're at the end of the row. We're going to chain 2, turn our work, and now we're going to start with a back post double crochet. So for the next 2 rows, you're going to start with a back post double crochet for 4 stitches, and then move on to the front post double crochet for 4 stitches. So we're doing the same thing basically, but just switching the back post and the front post stitches for the next 2 rows. So this is what it should look like after doing 1 row of double crochets, 2 rows starting with front post double crochet, and another 2 rows starting with back post double crochet. Now we're going to alternate between doing 2 rows starting with front post double crochet and 2 rows starting with back post double crochet for your desired length. So I did my first panel for about 39 rows, so that's what I will be doing on the second panel. We will be continuing to alternate between 2 rows starting with front post double crochet and 2 rows starting with back post double crochet for a total of 39 rows. And that's exactly what we're going to keep doing for the second panel. And then for the back, we're going to do a total of 64 stitches plus 4, which would be 68 stitches. And then we're going to do the same exact thing we did for these 2 panels for the back as well. It's just going to be a bigger square, I guess. So I'm going to get this panel done off camera. And I may also get the back done off camera since it's exactly the same method with just a different stitch count. And then we're going to get started on the sleeves. Hopefully you guys can hear me over the blaring football, but I just wanted to give you guys a sweater update. I am now working on the back of the sweater and it's taking forever. I'm not gonna lie, it's taking much longer than I thought it would. But we have the ultimatum new season to keep us busy. So that is the update. That's it. It's literally the rainiest day ever, but we're at Joanne. Getting a few things. So I need to get some more yarn for the cardigan because I'm quickly realizing that I'm running out of yarn and I haven't even made it to the sleeves yet. So that's what we're here to get. I might also get my best friend some scrapbooking stuff because I see that she has some of that on her Christmas list. So I'm going to get some of that while I'm here. Yarn secured. And also the hook I've been using is not ergonomic and it makes my hands hurt. Also, the hook I've been using for my project is not ergonomic and I feel like it's making my hands hurt. So I'm thinking about switching to a Prim hook. I've never heard of this brand before, but I am curious. Has anyone ever tried a Prim hook? We're gonna be trying that today, so getting that for sure. give you guys a little update on the sweater, and we are on Sleeve Island yet again. Yet again, we are on Sleeve Island, and I've been on Sleeve Island for like a week, and I only have half of one sleeve done. I haven't even started on the second sleeve. So what that means is I'm gonna be spending the rest of the day finishing this sleeve so that I'm no longer on Sleeve Island. And then I'm gonna show you guys what I did with the sleeve so that you guys can follow suit. But that's the update, still on Sleeve Island. We're still on Sleeve Island, but at least we're on the second sleeve now. I know I started the second sleeve without showing you guys what I've been doing, but I only did that because I've literally been doing the same exact thing for this entire sweater. So the only thing that's different about the sleeve is the chain count. So I chained 52, then I started in the 4th stitch from the hook, just like I did the body of the sweater. And yeah, we're just gonna finish up the sleeve, then I'm gonna sew everything together, and then I think I'm actually gonna block this sweater. I know, shocking, but I do think this sweater needs to be blocked because of how like scrunched up all the stitches are, and I do want it to be a bit more relaxed. So we'll see what happens, but I'm gonna spend the rest of the night trying to finish this sleeve because we need to get off Sleeve Island like ASAP, because I've been on Sleeve Island for like 2 weeks, and this sweater was supposed to be done before Christmas, and it's January 3rd. So I'm gonna be spending the night on this. So it is about 4, maybe 5-ish hours later. I'm still in the same spot because I now have both sleeves finished. Unfortunately, I am running out of mohair. This is how much gray mohair I have left, and I still have the ribbing to do. So I think I'm gonna do the ribbing with no mohair, which I might like because it might look a little bit different from the body of the sweater. And I think, like in my head, I feel like that's gonna be cute and I'm not gonna hate that. So I'm just gonna not use any more mohair, which I'm kind of happy about because we all know mohair is fun to look at, but hard to work with. Hey guys, it's me. I'm back. Have I been procrastinating on getting this done? Absolutely. Am I sitting here to try and get this done tonight? Also, yes. So we have all of our pieces done for the sweater. We have our body piece. Our back and front are already sewn together. So, like that. And then we have our sleeve squares that need to be sewn on to the body piece. So this is what I'll be working on tonight. I'll be sewing all of this together. Of course, I'm gonna sew the sleeves down this way and then sew them onto the body and then sew the sides of the body like that. I'll sew that down. And then we're gonna work on the ribbing, and then we're gonna block the sweater. Yes, we're gonna block this sweater because as you can see, the stitches are pretty tight and I want them to relax, so this sweater will have to be blocked. So let's get this sweater sewn up so I can get this ribbing done, and then we can move on to the next sweater because I'm kind of over this sweater already. Like, it's been taking me way too long to make this and I just want to get it done. So this is what it's looking like so far. What I'm gonna do is sew up the side and then go around the sleeve, meet back here, and then slow down, and then sew down the sleeve. So let's get that done because, as I said, I don't want to spend forever on this. So I'm done sewing her up, and honestly, I'm really happy with it. So this is her so far. We're gonna do the first try on. here is the first try on. Keep in mind, she is not blocked yet. I was thinking about doing a sleeve ribbing, but honestly, I might just leave the sleeves alone how they are. And I think they'll relax and be a bit wider once I block it. And I think that's going to be cute. But I am going to do a ribbing around the neck and a ribbing around the bottom. But for now, we're going to start with the bottom ribbing. And all I'm going to be doing is what I call my lazy ribbing, which is just doing single crochets along the bottom of the sweater. So I might do maybe a row, maybe about 5 rows of single crochets along the bottom of the sweater. And once that's done, I'm going to start along the neck of the sweater, and I'll do about 2 rows of single crochet, and then I'm going to come back and show you guys how I'm going to do the buttonholes, and then we're going to finish with the single crochet ribbing. As I said, I'm gonna leave the sleeves alone. If you want to put a ribbing on the sleeves, you can do that. It's up to you. But for me, I think I'm gonna leave it. Now, for anyone that's wondering how I'm gonna do the ribbing, all I'm gonna literally do is attach my yarn to the bottom corner of the sweater and then single crochet all the way around and then single crochet all the way back. That's it. We're going to chain 1 and turn after every row. And then once all 5 rows are done, I'm going to attach my yarn to the bottom corner of the ribbing and then single crochet all the way up the neck the same exact way I'm going to be doing the bottom. Yeah, so let's get that done. So I'm at the bottom corner of my sweater and we're going to attach the yarn by making a slip knot and then literally pulling it through. Then I'm going to chain 1, and in that same spot I'm going to put another, then in that same spot I'm going to put a single crochet, and then we're just going to single crochet all the way along the bottom of the sweater. That's literally it. When you get to the end of the row, chain 1 and turn, and then single crochet all the way back down. And we're going to be repeating that for a total of 5 rows. Hey guys, I'm back. Please excuse the gym attire. Your girl is about to do a workout, but I wanted to make sure that I showed you guys the sweater before I left. So here we have the sweater. I finished the ribbing. As I said, it was just single crochet. And then I added some buttonholes to the ribbing that was around the neckline. All I did to do the buttonholes was do a few single crochets and then skip 2 stitches, chain 2, and then continue single crocheting. And to decide where I wanted my buttonholes, I literally just tried it on and like marked off where I think buttons would be best. I haven't attached the buttons yet, and I haven't woven in my ends yet because that's usually like the last step that I usually do. Today, I do want to try and block this sweater. So just to be transparent, I've never blocked a sweater before. I know, I'm such a huge advocate for blocking sweaters, and I've never blocked a sweater. Mainly because I don't really make a lot of sweaters, and usually the sweaters I make are made with fibers that don't really need to be blocked. But because this sweater is made with mohair and acrylic yarn, it's a bit stiff. So I'm gonna try to block it and see if I can get it to loosen up. I got a little bootleg steamer from TikTok shop a long time ago. It's actually a steam mop, but it comes apart with a bunch of different attachments so that you can steam your clothes and whatnot. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I really do hope this works. Keep me in your prayers as you're watching this video. If this video goes up, that means that it worked. Okay, the blocking is done. All that's left to do now is let her dry. I am really hoping this worked. It kind of looks like it worked, but it doesn't look like a huge difference. But even a little difference would make me happy. So yeah, I'll come back when this is dry. I'll attach the buttons and then we'll show you what the finished product should look like. So guys, I finished blocking the sweater and I am now a firm believer in steam blocking acrylic sweaters. Like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to crochet another sweater with acrylic yarn that I don't steam block because of how much of a difference it made. So let me just show you guys the sweater. It's finally fully dried. It took about a day to dry. I still haven't woven in the ends and I still haven't added the buttons just because, you know, I've been a little lazy. Look at how relaxed the stitches are. Look at how flowy everything is. I think me not putting a ribbing on the sleeve area was a good call because look at how beautiful this sweater has turned out now that it's blocked. Of course, I still have to weave in the ends like I said before, but guys, are you kidding? Are you kidding? It's so cute. It is so cute. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial slash vlog as much as I did. Please let me know if you're enjoying these like tutorial vlog type videos, or if I should just separate the two. Like, should I just do a vlog and a tutorial in 2 separate videos, or are you enjoying it all in one? If you made this sweater with me, please go on Instagram and send me a picture of it, or tag me, or post it, or do something so that I can see it, because I love seeing what you guys make with my tutorials. And if you made this sweater, make sure you steam block it. Go get you a steamer. It's cheap at Target, and make sure you steam block this sweater because it makes the world of a difference. All right, guys, I love you guys so much. I will see you in the next one. Bye.